Hello, it's Edith Stylen, Silver Wolf of Love and Above, and I am here with this week's Oracle card guidance. And this last week, I have been rather ill, and I have been trying to, because the weather was so hot in this country. I just felt iller than I think I actually was. But just with it being so hot, it was just somewhere between I really like the sun and I feel so ill. So I am doing so much better. We've had thunderstorms this morning, and I find thunderstorms quite exciting, I won't lie. So I've been enjoying the weather this morning completely. So, first card. So this is for this Oracle card guidance is for the week commencing the 15th of August 2022. And let's start with Monday. Today I am using, and I do not have a deck for this. This is the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen and Radley Valentine. I was trained on this deck. I use it every single day. I'm just using a good old faithful deck that I read all the time, I use all the time, and let's see what comes out of it. So Monday we are looking at Queen of Water and the water suit. It's all about your emotions. It's all about what you keep hidden and also what comes up to the surface. And this is saying that today, Monday, is all about being stormy. The emotions will come up to the surface and you are going to be part of that. Now, there are hundreds of different types of emotions out there. We can, even like in sections, you can go from, mildly bit happy, if you hear something and think, oh, that's nice, and you put on a little smile, to I am full of joy, I'm the happiest I've ever been. There are different extremes of emotions, as I have evidently just shown you, and so even in there, it doesn't matter which type of emotion it is or what extreme it is. It's not about the extreme of the emotion. What it is the actual emotion itself, and it's going to bubble to the surface and you're going to let it out, and others are going to see it as well. It doesn't say what sort of emotion it is, so anything from happiness to sadness to frustration or maybe despair, or there are so many different emotions out there that, it could even be love. It could just be, it bubbles up to the surface. And as you know, in life there are different types of love, and there's different types of, ways of showing that love as well. Whatever this emotion is, it's coming to the surface. But what I will also say, others do see it, but others are there with that emotion. So what that means is that if you are in a state of pure joy and you are exuberating that out, others will be there with that joy. They may not feel it as deeply as you do, but they will be, whatever this emotion is, will be contagious. So if you're angry, there's going to be a lot of angry people around you as well. If you're frustrated, there's going to be a lot of frustrated people around you too. If you're sad, there'll be a lot of people feeling sad as well, to different degrees. So whatever that emotion is, others will be caught up with it as well. So in some ways, this card is saying, you like the emotion that's come to the surface today, carry on with it. If you don't like it, then you can always change your path. That's the big thing about the Oracle card guidance. It's about the route that you're going down at the moment, but you can change your path. That's all it is. So let's have a look at Tuesday. Oh, got another one. Knight of Water. I have a laugh with somebody with these cards. I wouldn't say a laugh, maybe a little bit of a giggle. We see a water card come up and we're both like, oh no, not the water one, because the water's all about emotions. So this one is Knight of Water, and so again about emotions, and Tuesday is all about riding the emotion. Now, because that's come up immediately about riding the emotion, I am going to put it out there that I do believe that Tuesday is all about a good emotion. It's all going to be about joy or happiness or another one of these positive emotions. And let me tell you why, because I was drawn to the word ride. And I have this phrase that I learned from somebody, where in life we want to ride those highs for as long as possible, and we want to just get out of the lows as quickly as possible, because they said, let me go a little bit further. It's all about, life is all about a roller coaster with our emotions, and sometimes we're in a really nice, great high place, and other times it can be really low. And it doesn't need to mean a low emotion. It could just mean life is happening to you and it's frustrating, and you just need, you just want to get out of this, maybe a place of worry. And so when I say high emotion, it's going to be a good thing on Tuesday. Whatever it is, you're going to be riding that roller coaster. You're going to be at the top, and you want to stay at the top for as long as possible. And you just want to be out of because when you get to the lows, you want to get out of it as quickly as possible as well. But you want to stay at the top for as long as possible. So this is why I'm saying that Tuesday is a high emotion, because I can see it's riding the emotion, whatever that is. You stay there, or try to stay there for as long as possible. Wednesday, let's take a good old look at Wednesday. What is it with emotions? Wednesday, we're having a really emotional week. 5 of water. Water suit's all about your emotions. And number 5 is all about challenges. Wednesday is going to be challenging on your emotions. And luckily, very luckily, it's not about emotions that bubble up to the surface. It's about the emotions that you keep deep down within you. The emotions that nobody else can see. They can walk past you in the street and they can't tell that you may be dealing with something deep down. And it's about those emotions that you struggle with. They're going to get challenged deep down. Whether that is somebody challenges, it's whether a life event challenges you, or maybe it's an anniversary of something that gives you a challenging emotion. But what I will say is that, yes, that gets brought up within you, but what I see are little bits of hope, little bubbles of hope come down. They lighten. They just lighten what is going on. So if it's sad, and there is a time of sadness there within your heart, it just means that, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a time of joy instead of sadness. It just means that sadness that you feel, it'll just lift ever so slightly. Let's take a look at Thursday. Part of me is now a little nervous. There's going to be another water card, and I am shuffling these cards, which makes it, this is not per chance. This is, intervention, divine intervention here. Okay, we're lucky. It isn't an emotion card for Thursday, but it is a life event card, and we are looking at the moon. An Archangel Haniel as well. So, life event card. Let me quickly explain a life event card. In tarot, they call it the Fool's Journey. In Angel Tarot, we call it the Dreamer's Journey. And numbers start at 0 and end at 21. And if I pick out on this card, it's the moon, it's 18. It means that it's coming nearer the end of this life event. So the best way that I can explain life events is that a child who finishes school ends that life event of school at 21 when they start their next stage in life, whether it is college, university, going to a job, maybe even time of travel. They start at a 0 again, and then they move on from there. And life events can be anything. Marriages, it can be that from the being in a relationship to engagement to marriage. It can mean births. It can mean anything that is considered a life event, and a life event is not everyday life. So that's how we define a life event. So think about what life event you're in at the moment, and you're looking at about an 18. So we're looking at you're coming near to the end of this life event. So what this card is showing me is that you have two paths that are merging together. Maybe it could be two different viewpoints that are merging into one. Maybe it is two different situations that are coming together that looked as if they're going to work together. They're, that whatever it is, it's two paths merging into one, which means that if there's two conflicting viewpoints, there will be a common ground in there. Whatever it is, two things. It's like in my country we talk about, there is a saying where you can hit two birds with one stone, and that's very similar to what is going on Thursday. Two birds, one stone, as it were. Or maybe it's one situation that maybe solves two problems for you. Who knows? Who knows what that is? Maybe, but it's got something to do with this life event that you are part of at the moment. And so this is about actively looking at. Oh, and one other thing about it as well. It could be two different sides of you that you're reconciling. Your shadow side and your light side, and it's merging together in this life event. And it could be that you're finding your own common path. Maybe you learn something about yourself that is vital to your own life on Thursday. There we go. Let's take a look at Friday. That was quite hard hitting, that one. There's quite a lot in Thursday there. Friday. We've got another water card. Oh, I absolutely swear I'm actually shuffling these cards. I'm sure you can see this on camera. King of Water. Friday, back to emotions again. We're having an emotional week. Life event and an emotional week. This card is all about, you guessed it, your emotions, but it's the ones that you have deep down in your heart. It's not the ones that everybody can see if they walk past you on the street. You know those people who you walk past and thinking, oh my goodness, they're having the best day of their life. They've got a bit of a swagger in their walk. They're just like, oh, I'm having a great day. They've got a big smile on their face. Everything, that they're doing, you're just like, wow, they're having a great day. I wish I had a day like that. Or perhaps, it's those type of people. Or sometimes you can see particular people just walking with purpose. So it's just like they're walking from here to there, and you're just thinking they're on a mission. They've got something to do. They're on a mission. Or sometimes you can walk past somebody and you can see the frustration and anger on their face, and they're just like, and you're just like, they're having a bad day. They're having a really bad day. So this is not that emotion. This is about what's deep down inside you. And this is saying that you're actually good with what's going on inside on Friday. It might be something unusual. It might be something a little bit different. I think Friday's not going to come with like huge challenges, but what it is that the emotions that you're feeling, which maybe not normal emotions, or maybe they're more unusual emotions, you're actually okay with. You're actually, I'm okay with this emotion. I can feel this emotion, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't want to change it, but you can feel it and think, no, I've got this. And it's all about mastering those emotions sometimes. There's nothing wrong with feeling any emotion whatsoever. But sometimes we need to master that emotion so it doesn't come onto the outside where people can walk past you and they're thinking, oh, what's going on there? Good day, frustrating day. Maybe it's a bit of sadness for some reason. Maybe you haven't hit a goal, or something's gone back by a couple of months. You're like, oh, why? And it's all about mastering that emotion to keep it inside, but it's about feeling the emotion and being okay with it. And this is what this card is saying. You'll be okay. You'll be able to sit with it and you'll be okay with it. Let's look at Saturday. I'm really hoping it's not an emotion. I want to say there's not many more emotion cards in this deck because a lot of them are already out. That's why I'm saying that. I mean, we've got so many different suits in this. Well, we've got 4 suits in this deck, and we've got life event cards. I was hoping maybe you've got a few others than your emotions, but maybe not today. Oh, we've got another life event. The High Priestess, number 2. So as I've explained, the cards start at 0, they end at 21. This is a 2, this is quite early on. So 0, 1, 2. You are at the start of a journey at the moment. You are at the start of of whatever life event that you're at the start of. We can go through many life events at the same time. And that's okay, that's just life. But this is saying you at the start of it, you are in your power. You are at that stage in life event where you are in your power. You're feeling like you're in your power, and it's about you taking control of how this life event is going to go forward. And Saturday is the day where you can step into that and be able to do that, where you can plan out what you're going to do. So that's Saturday. Let's look at Sunday. I may actually be interrupted in just a moment, and I apologise if we are. I'm hearing background noise in my house, which I wasn't expecting at this very moment. So let's take a look at Sunday. We've finally got a different suit card. We've got the Earth cards, and we've got Queen of Earth. So, Earth card is one of 2 meanings. Either means a time of study, or it means everyday life. So if you're studying something at the moment, this might be what it is. But when I start talking about everyday life, I mean everything to do with everyday life. It means getting up in the morning. It's about having breakfast. It's about paying bills. It's about going to your jive class, if that's what you do on a Tuesday night. It could just mean that you're going to the gym. It could just mean going for a coffee. Whatever. This is about everyday life. So when I say everyday life, I mean every single situation that isn't considered a life event in your everyday life. Or it can mean a time of study. And as you know, it doesn't necessarily mean to be a formalised study like college or university, or maybe it's an accreditation for, professional accreditation. We don't necessarily mean that. It can just mean your own personal growth. So it can mean reading books. It can mean actually studying. It can mean like studying something on the side, not for a professional qualification, but for something you just personally want to learn. So when I'm reading this card, make your own judgment of which one you think it is. So this is all about creating the opportunities for yourself. That's what Sunday is about. Creating opportunities. It's about it looks like on the financial side, creating opportunities with money. It doesn't mean that you need to invest into everything financially. It just means looking at money and what opportunities are out there. Now, it could mean that you're looking at spending money. It could mean whatever is going on there on Sunday. It could also mean, particularly if you're in time of study, looking at what is the next best thing for you. Is it another time of study? Is it looking at a different course or a different thing to help you where you want to go? Or is it, what do you do now financially to bring the money in? So have a think about it. It's about creating the opportunities for yourself. There we go. That is your Oracle card guidance for the week. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification. And when I'm not ill, I put up 4 to 5 videos a week. If not, don't worry. Keep rocking your awesomeness.